An Evergreen officer at the center of an alleged tasing incident could learn his fate tonight at the City Council meeting. WSFA-12 News reporter Tametria Conner is live in front of City Hall where a protest is going on. And Tametria, what's the atmosphere out there tonight?
Well, Val, it is definitely live out here, and as you can see, there are a lot of protesters, and in fact, they're wrapped around the City Hall, all in the stairway, and they're chanting with their signs in their hands, saying they want justice and that to fire Sean Kletch, who was the officer that was supervising the night of that alleged tasing incident. Now, if we could roll the video from the Conecuh County Jail, you see here Officer Sean Kletch, his wife Melissa Kletch, who is trained in tasing, and Mary Brown inside the jail smiling, gesturing, and laughing. Family members say the video followed the tasing incident, and they say the woman you see in that orange t-shirt is Correction Officer Mary Brown, and she's seen grabbing Crystal Skinner Coleman by the arm and pulling her out of the bed. In a statement, Coleman said Brown choked and restrained her in a chair for more than 2 hours while Melissa Kletch tased her, all under the officer's supervision. The sheriff told the family cameras did not capture the actual tasing incident, and Coleman's sister, LaDon Smith, says justice must be served.
What they done to her is inhuman. You would never think, a dog would be treated like that. And I hope that everybody stands together, and we need this man out.
Now, we tried several times to contact city and county officials, and they were unsuccessful. However, the city attorney says there are, quote, numerous complaints of unprofessional and harassing conduct by Officer Kletch, who has been on administrative leave since September the 8th. The mayor has recommended that he be fired, and Coleman is currently in Florida with her mother, and she will have to appear in court in October for that domestic violence charge that she ended up in jail for. Now, coming up at 6, we will still be right out here at City Hall getting ready for the City Council meeting, and Officer Sean Kletch's fate as an Evergreen officer could be voted on. Val, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Tametria. And of course, we'll check back in with her tonight at 6. WSFA-12 News was also told Mary Brown was put on a 3-day suspension without pay, and then she resigned.
Tonight, the family spoke exclusively with WSFA-12 News reporter Tametria Conner about the incident that tragically interrupted their Christmas celebration. It's a story you'll see only on 12.
Started off as a happy Christmas family gathering for the Mouchettes on Larchmont Drive in Montgomery.
We were just sitting down, just being a family like how people do for Christmas.
Then, in a matter of minutes, things turned fatal.
My baby gone. Baby gone.
The victim's mother, Linda Mouchette, says 3 shots were fired, one that hit this window, the second the front door, and the third shot went in the head of 25-year-old Javarian Mouchette. The mother saw the tragic scene.
When he shot my baby and I looked, when I got out that car to run to my baby was dead when he hit that ground. The brain was coming out of him.
Where he died at right there.
His mother says his 2 small kids, along with other relatives, were in the yard at the time.
And children jumping and hollering and hollering. You don't know, you got to try to see who hit and who ain't hit.
She says he tried to shield them from the bullets.
When he turned around to get his daughter, he got shot in his head. That was so low down. He could have killed any one of my grandchildren out here. He didn't have no remorse, and Lord, I hope they don't have none on him.
Police are still investigating the shooting. The family doesn't know why it happened, but did say the victim knew the male shooter because they were talking minutes before the shooting.
He ain't the type of person that like to have enemies. If he get into it with you, he'll try to find a way to come back where you and him won't be into it like that no more.
The Mouchettes say Christmas is all about family and giving, and Javarian did just that, buying gifts for all of the kids in the family.
It's like he was Santa Claus yesterday because he was in a good spirit yesterday.
Cherishing his memory and hoping someone is brought to justice.
Let the Lord have mercy on his soul.
Police have a strong lead on the suspect involved in the shooting, but no one is in custody yet. Jen, the family says Christmas will never be the same after witnessing the murder of a loved one.
Well, it's a nasty issue that's been in the forefront for a decade now.
We're talking about a raw sewage problem in the Black Belt, in particular, Lowndes County.
Now there's light at the end of the tunnel after an 8-year wait. Funding has finally been approved to conduct a study and find a solution. WSFA-12 News reporter Tametria Conner has the update from Lowndes County.
We are doing surveys.
Ruby Rudolph is a raw sewage surveyor who's making her rounds in Lowndes County to see how widespread this problem is.
We got people that has raw sewage running in their backyards, running under the house. We have people don't have septic tanks at all.
It's raw sewage like you see here that is an ongoing problem within 4,000 households in Lowndes County. Environmentalists say this is a public health issue and a clean water issue that has to be addressed now. The Alabama Center for Rural Enterprise has been trying since 2002.
We put in about 12 systems since 2002, and some of those systems start to fail within 2 to 3 years.
The Director of Environmental Services with the State Department of Public Health says the issue is the soil. Experts say specially engineered septic systems are needed to work properly in the heavy clayed soil.
It's kind of a catch-22 situation, and it really impacts a lot of folks negatively.
Systems most people can't afford.
Just for the tank, $10,104.
Like 82-year-old Roosevelt Steele.
That's a lot of money. I hadn't anticipated on spending that kind of money, no kind of way.
This is the first comprehensive study to find out just how bad things are and what it's going to take to find a solution.
There have to be other systems that are in place in this world that people use that may very well work here, that are not as expensive, that people can manage.
And they need residents to help by providing feedback.
People think they are getting into trouble, and they're not. We are here to help them
with getting household waste properly treated and disposed of. Tametria Conner, WSFA-12 News, Lowndes County.
The raw sewage issue in Lowndes County has gotten the attention of the United Nations Human Rights Committee. A wastewater summit will be held on November the 18th in Lowndes County. Scientists, environmentalists, and engineers from across the country will brainstorm solutions to get the raw sewage problem solved.